Yes people, welcome to episode 2 of Whiteboard Wednesdays, where I try and bring you a little bit of value on your Instagram feed rather than just a physique update with no context. But hopefully you enjoyed last episode, last Wednesday, funny enough. If you did, let me know, comment below if it helped in any way, shape or form. This week another very simple topic, but something that relates to virtually all of us on our fitness journey. Setting macros. So let's get into it. I want you to grab a pen, just grab a notepad, and we'll just work through this equation. At the end of this video, you should have your figure that you can take away, manipulate, implement some trial and error, and understand how you work. But we're going to operate with the Mifflin St Jeor formula. Now, I hope that's how you say it. I'm from Gloucester, so forgive me. There's a few others. I mean, there's one that rivals that called the Harris Benedict. I prefer this one, so we're using this one today. Formula's here. So, and again, write this down as we go. 10 times your body weight in kg. And I split these up into segments. So 10 times 97, that's my weight currently, equals 970. Put that in brackets beneath, work that out before you move on. And we do plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters. So I'm 6'1", 187 centimeters. Again, work this out before we move on. That's 1,168.75. And then on to the next, we do minus 5 times your age in years. So 5 times 24, and that comes to 120. And then we plus 5 separately as well. This gives me this figure, 2,023.75 calories. That's my REE, my resting energy expenditure. So that's what my body burns if I literally just lay down all day. Expanding energy is usual bodily functions. So that would be my maintenance if I was literally to lie in bed all day, essentially. And then we have our TDEE, our total daily energy expenditure. Now this is important because this is where we start to build in our training, the calories we've burned on top of our REE that we need to consider when we're setting our macro base. So then you can understand if you're in a surplus, if you're in a deficit, and then manipulate that in line with your goals. So to figure out your TDEE, we need your resting energy expenditure, which is here, that we've just worked out. So that's 2,023.75 for me. So put your figure in here. And then we times that by a set figure based on your activity rate. And we've got sedentary, lightly active, moderately active, very active. And some people have a few more past very active. However, based on the figure that this gives out and how I understand my body, this figure is bang on, and I've used very active. So this works for me, hopefully it works for you as well. Sedentary times by 1.2, and that is if you're burning really 0 to 50 calories on top of your REE. Lightly active times by 1.375, roughly speaking 100 to 250 calories. Again, this is going to be subjective. You burn different rates of calories based on your height, based on your age, based on your gender, loads of variables, so it does fluctuate a little bit. Moderately active times by 1.55, roughly speaking again 300 to 450 calories, and these are based on the figures that I've worked out and that's spot on, so again subjective. Very active times 1.725, again roughly speaking 500 to 600 plus calories burnt on top of your REE. So take your REE, times that for me 1.725, and that gives me this figure here, 3,490 calories, and that's maintenance. That will be my maintenance based on a very active lifestyle, burning roughly that amount of calories on top of my REE. So I know I need to eat that to at least maintain, and I shouldn't be gaining weight or losing weight. Now this isn't going to be 100% accurate. That may mean I gain slightly, very slowly, or lose very slowly, and that's where the trial and error comes in, and you have to manipulate it. But this gives you a solid base to be able to understand where you're at, and a starting point for you to start pull calories out if you want to be in a deficit and lose weight, or implement a surplus, add some calories. And again, I touched on this last video, do that in very small increments. That's going to be extremely important, like 100 calories, slightly even more than that if necessary at a time. But you don't want to be adding or take away 400, 500 calories because it isn't going to be good for anyone. So hopefully this has provided some value. Hopefully you figured out your total daily energy expenditure and you can go away, build your macro base or your meal plan, start tracking in MyFitnessPal and you'll be well on your way. Thank you for watching. Comment down below any topics you want in up and coming episodes for the rest of the series, and I'll make sure to have a read through them, and they'll come live to you on Whiteboard Wednesdays every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. Cheers.